Welcome everyone to everydayman.net, the everyday conversation for the everyday man. I'm your host Cordero Hicks, my co-host Jay.
Hello.
And Kenneth.
Yo.
And we're here back with another review for you guys. Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that came out on Netflix. But before we get into it, make sure you guys head over to our website at theeverydayman.net. If you are listening on SoundCloud or iTunes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. iTunes, give us those 5 stars. It helps us in the rating. If you guys are listening to this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it. Thank you in advance. What's been going on with y'all, man? I think Kenneth watched this first, and he told me about it.
I seen it on Netflix, but I didn't go into it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm still working on another reboot right now, so I wasn't going to do 2 at one time.
Yeah.
Is this a reboot?
I can understand it. I mean, from the TGI.
Yeah, it's basically a reboot. And I was going to work on it later. I thought about it, but I'm working on another one right now, so.
Yeah, remember they had like Sabrina Teenage Witch. Then they had the cartoon. But we'll get into all that. But we'll watch the trailer and we'll be back with our thoughts.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Harvey Kinkle, the only person you're gonna scare is yourself.
Gotcha.
Good night, Harvey.
Good night, Sabrina.
In the town of Greendale, where it always feels like Halloween, there lived a girl who was half witch, half mortal, who, on her 16th birthday, would have to choose between 2 worlds, the witch world of her family and the human world of her friends.
Happy birthday, sweet 16.
And that girl is me.
Are you willing to forsake the path of light and follow the path of night?
It's very dark. It's very dark.
I can't do this.
You must.
I shall deliver Sabrina.
You're going to die, half-breed.
Girls, let's not be catty bitches. It's just that you've grown up before my very eyes.
You're a rebel, Spellman. That's how I like my witches.
Right, you turned into the prettiest.
I'm not an evil person.
Thing.
But these are desperate times.
Happy birthday, sweet 16.
My name is Sabrina Spellman, and I will not sign it away.
Would you like to do the honors?
With pleasure.
Rise. Rise. Happy birthday, sweet 16.
What's on Hilda?
She annoyed me, so I killed her and buried her in the yard.
All right, that was the trailer for The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Netflix dropped the series, I think, a month ago? Maybe. I know we were late to the party.
Yeah, it's been out for a little bit.
And I'll be honest with you, just to give my initial thoughts, I like the darker tone of this series. I think because it's, when you think witches, you think dark. And I think this is the right way to go about it. But I want to get y'all thoughts on it, like just the tone of it, because like the original that we grew up with, it was more family friendly, so to speak. So what do y'all think? Your initial thoughts on this series?
Good.
I don't know. When I first seen it, I was like, oh, I may watch it. And I was just looking at little preview clips or whatever of it. But I think it's too dark.
I think it's too dark for witches.
I just think it's too dark to follow the Sabrina, if it's supposed to follow. I don't know. I didn't really do too much research.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. Kenneth, give me your thoughts, man. Cause Jay, she don't know. What you got?
No, I like the fact that it's dark. That's where it's supposed to be. Right?
Yeah, that's how I felt.
I like dream like it's to make you see like if this was to go on, this is the kind of shit that you would see.
Right. You think witches, you think dark, you think spells, you think being scared. Right. You know what I'm saying? Witches not people with magical powers that use them for bad things. You don't think TGI Friday, you don't think Sabrina the Teenage Witch that we grew up with on TGIF.
That's what I cling to still. I guess maybe I just have a hard time seeing it the newer version way.
Exactly. If you remember, those who are there, this is back in the mid 90s. So if you like 18, you may not remember. Unless you had like an older sibling who used to watch it, and you may have watched it with them. But the ones that we grew up with in my generation was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and that was starring what's her name? Melissa Joan Hart. I think that was her name. That was more of a family friendly. It came on around times where they had the TGIF lined up with all these different shows, and you could just sit down and watch like 2 hours or 2.5 hours worth of shows, and all the shows were good, and she was in that lineup. And then also they had the cartoon that came out too. Now I did not know Sabrina Teenage Witch was based off a comic back in early 1900s. I had no idea. Also, they had the original cartoons that came out in 1970s. So, but yeah, it's based on the comic book came out in 1960s. So it's been around for a while. But I actually like what Netflix did with this series, and just like the overall package of it. Okay, yeah.
That's after watching it. I got into it. That's after.
Right. We
taking the time to watch it.
Right. Like it's supposed to be dark. It's not supposed to be all sunny and stuff. I don't like when we have like certain characters or certain situations where, everybody always come out on top. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really like about it. You don't always end every episode on a good note. All right, we learned a lesson. On to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a continuing. Like she had these issues. And most issues that most teenagers have, but she has to live like a double life because she is a witch, and also she wants to keep her ties with mortals, even though she's half mortal herself. She want to give that part up, and I like the way they did make her struggle with it, even though I felt that some of her decision making was ridiculous.
And she's a teenager, so that plays a factor into decision making. So
I think me looking at. As a 31-year-old, looking at her, I'm like, yo, that's stupid. Even at 16, I don't think I would make the decision that she made. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's kind of like, this girl she need her ass whooped. What you got?
I think she's so much good.
You what?
Like, she's aggravating herself,
Yeah, some of her decision making is questionable, and even though she has people, and it's like and it's based in reality. I think us growing up, trust me, anybody would tell you a lot of advice that older generation gave them when they was younger. Usually, especially when you get old, you be like, man, I should have listened or whatever. She's just going through that phase of rebellion stage. She just find out she's a witch, and also she found out that she has to sign her life away. As you heard in the trailer, like she has to sign her life away at the age of 16, and I think anybody would really, when you really look at it, anybody would really struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but there's difference between struggling with it and blatantly disrespecting what they tell you. They're going to get what they tell you exactly not to do.
But that's what teenagers do. Teenagers go against the grain all the time.
Much greater though for her.
Yeah, her stakes are greater. Jay, you quiet over there? You've been a teenage girl.
I thought a lot of her decision was very stupid, but then she's challenged with things that a normal teenager wouldn't be challenged with. I didn't.
And let me go ahead and throw this out there. We probably will go into spoiler talk. It's out there on Netflix. Go watch it. Stop it. Go watch. Come back.
It's worth it to watch. It's a good series to pick up and watch.
Actually would.
Netflix and chill. That's exactly what they mean. This is something you to watch.
That's not what that means.
Yes, it is.
That's not what that means.
It doesn't mean when you're sitting home and not having nothing to do.
Yeah,
so you watch Netflix.
Sure.
You're just chilling at home.
Exactly.
That's what it means, right? When they be like Netflix and chill.
Okay, Jay. Let's be stupid for right now. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. So what you saying? Back to your point.
Back to my point is that I was just like, the decision making she's making. I just thought that for them to put in that teenagers are so sexually active, I think is dumb. They go all that kissing.
We were going to get to that.
I thought that was a little overkill.
We were going to get to that. It is a lot. It is a lot, and I understand that. But then again, like I get why they put it in there. I just thought they did a little too much. Because teenagers do kiss, teenagers
in
do.
the time frame that it took place in, what year was it taking place in? Because they had a touch screen phone.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah,
it's very inconsistent. It's inconsistent like throughout the show. Things that I've caught, so I will get to that too. But as far as the teenage,
because I know they're not Amish. I know some Amish people still live like that, even though it's 2018.
Right, the teenage sex scenes, the love scenes. They don't show sex, but they insinuate it. We actually have a scene where they're having like a fucking orgy, and we know that they are in high school. Sabrina is 16, and she may be the youngest.
That was with the witch world.
Yeah, but she's still young.
But they say that about like ancient times, that people that they said was like witches and had witchcraft or so-called vampires and stuff. They said they had like orgy parties and things like that. This is stuff that people wrote in the past. I just think it makes people cringe when they see teenagers do it. I think that was a lie. Even though we know that teenagers get pregnant, so we know, of course, we get pregnant. Of course, teenagers are having sex. Yeah. I think we don't want. I think it's one of them things where we know, but we don't want to see it. I think that's why adults cringe at it, and some people say, "Well, it's reality," which it is, but that don't mean you want to show me. I know people get murdered, but I don't want to see it all the time. On my TV, especially with the scenes about the boys, wanting to be fresh with girls and things like that, and always talking about how they did this or that with girls. I think that's always a given in all teenager movies. When we was watching the series with 13 Reasons Why, what all the boys were trying to do, be sexually active with the girls and take advantage of them. They always put that in all teenager if you know about Netflix series and these series about teenagers, they not shying away from that stuff. They're not. They give you everything. But it is a lot for you to have to watch with your child when you're not ready or prepared to explain, this is what you need to worry about. So. Yeah, they are not shying away. I mean, of course, when you think Sabrina and you think the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, when you hear the title, it's kind of like, oh, this must be family friendly. But because you think of the old Sabrina. Yeah, but in my head, I was thinking like old, the old Sabrina. I don't know how family friendly. This show ain't fairly family friendly. I would just be cautious. I think the teenagers can watch it, but I don't know about like the younger. Like, right. I'd definitely shy away my daughter's face. Yeah, she can watch the 1996 version. She can't watch Netflix 2018 version. Yeah, she's not ready for that. Yo. Ken, what you got? Because you quiet over there.
I'm trying to figure out if those two really was the same thing.
What you mean?
I don't know those two shorts because I didn't think that when I saw the title of the show. I didn't think about the old one. You didn't? No, I mean, the reason why, because you have the same characters, you introduce new characters, but the core is there. You have Sabrina, you have an aunt, you have Salem, so the core is there. They just then you see the name. Yeah, the core, Sabrina. Like the names are still the same. It's like the core, but no, I don't think they're connected. Hell no. But yeah, it's like a different twist on like a reboot. It's a reboot, a darker reboot. That's all it is. I mean, that's how I look at it. How you feel about the whole over sexualizing of teenagers and showing that? I don't know. Like, what was worse, that or the imagery? Because I see it about equal online. People complaining about the imagery or about the teenage stuff.
Well, I think about equal. Well, because one thing that I really didn't like that she kissed that boy way too goddamn much. way too much. I mean, of course,
kissing was a big problem in high school.
Of course, they are adults playing teenagers, but I don't see you as an adult. I see you as a 60-year-old Sabrina, because that's what you're giving me. So I take you as that. So, but and the whole thing that she thought how in love she thought she was with Harvey, that was like
she was just overkill in love with him. That made me feel like, does she have like self-esteem issues? I mean, I know she got she can't really have daddy issues because he died when she was very young.
Yeah, but she don't have a man in her life though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, it's kind of like, yo, she's really, really overdoing it right now.
She killed me with all that. I love Harvey. I was like,
and I die for him. Like,
die for him.
And I die for this shit too.
She'll die for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
like, wow.
I was never
only 16.
I was never that bad.
I don't think I was me either. Not at 16.
Damn, Jay, we married. I don't even know if I die for you.
Oh my God, really? That's not funny.
We die for people. Got shit to do. So, but yeah, but between that and because pretty much all her decision making was based, like 80% of her story was based around Harvey, yo. No bullshit.
Crazy. She was just, I don't see in their relationship what she's so in love with.
I don't know.
Because I felt like she was just always there for him. She always came to his rescue. What do he do for her? I don't see it. Companionship? I mean,
I don't know.
What were they talking about when they was together?
I don't know. She couldn't tell him that she was a witch.
You know, I didn't see what was so special in their relationship. I didn't see where he talked her through her problems or, you know, really helped her with much. So I was kind of confused what she was so in love with.
Yeah, at least the Harvey from the 1996 was a pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? This one here is like...
Wasn't the Harvey from the original series like a dumb boy?
Yeah, but he was a pretty boy. He's stupid. Yeah, he was stupid. But I say he was a pretty boy. I didn't say he was smart.
He was a pretty boy, but he said nice things to her. He always was like extremely nice to her. He always like gave her encouraging words from the original series. So I was a little confused because this Harvey, I felt like he didn't do much. He was just there and she always ran to his rescue. His brother in the cave, she was running there. She sat there with him. She covered up his Band-Aid, his wound for him. Like, she was always running to his rescue. His dad had a drinking problem. She fixed that. What did he do for her, though? The other Harvey was always, like, very encouraging. Asked her she was okay. Can I walk you home? I remember that Harvey. This Harvey, to me, he's just there. And she's just in love with just somebody.
What
you say, again?
He was always walking her home. What did you watch with?
Yeah, he did walk her home a lot.
Oh, please.
And that's the...
I think it was always.
Besides that, I felt like he didn't really do anything.
I've never seen a town that has so much fog in my life.
Well, you gotta travel to different cities and places.
That's just ridiculous.
Some places are just foggy.
There's no way in the hell I'm gonna stay in that foggy ass town, Jay.
Why not? Some people like it.
Because you can't see. If you can't see 10 feet, 20 feet in front of you, that's a problem. You don't know who's standing there. And the thing is, she lives around no one. When he walked her home one night, and she was like, okay, I'm about to go home now. I looked, damn, he ain't got no car. I ain't see no street lights. I ain't see no signs.
Well, he was a gentleman, I guess.
I'm like, yo, I don't even see no porch lights. So that means she ain't around nobody. This boy walked her home for like 10 miles. And then had to turn around.
So you wouldn't walk?
Hell no.
You ain't never walk a girl home?
No.
And had to go back home far?
No.
That is terrible.
Hell no.
I had people take me home.
But you live in you grew up in New York City. That's different.
They still gotta walk to the train or bus or
like you say, a train or bus. This guy was on foot. I know his feet was hurting, tearing his shoes up for her.
I had a friend used to walk me home, and he still had to walk across the projects to get all the way home.
But he could have got on a bus or a train though. He could have hopped in a cab.
He had to walk through the projects.
He didn't have to walk. He could have caught a cab. He could have.
Oh my God! Who had money back then?
I don't know. People have money.
Elementary school.
People have money. That's his fault. If you got two little kids walking each other home, that's a parenting issue. That is not sweet. Okay.
Oh my God.
So now that Kenneth, you're right. Now that you say that, he do be with her a lot. He do walk her the whole lot.
Oh, that's all he do is walk her home. In school, they're not really talking, as far as I can see.
Matter of fact, when we start the trailer off, hell, he's walking her home. Like the first thing they showed in the trailer.
I just felt like she was just too in love with him, and he really didn't feel the same way. To me, it was just like she was always there for him. She always was there to help him. I mean, he can't really help her much because she didn't let him into her world until later. But still, I just didn't see why she was so in love with him.
Kenna, what you on their relationship, man?
Don't act like she was doing him any favors. She was doing it all for herself now.
Yeah, that's true. She kind of was being selfish about it, and it kind of blew. And you're right about that.
Just so he would be happy.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. Kenneth is right because it ended up blowing up in her face. So yes, it was for her own selfish. She just got caught up in her own hype, you know. Yeah, because it did blow up in her face eventually, and like her aunt said it would, and just like teenagers don't listen, she told us it's gonna happen, and she also said don't come back crying, and which she did. So, you know, but you're right, it was for her own selfish issue. But you're right about that. But we got a lot to talk about, so let's move on. We are talking about her relationship. How do you feel about like the school of the witches and these three other?
I like that they brought that
and these three witches that we're talking about. I don't know who they or what they're supposed to be representing. Or why they supposed to be such catty with each other. And
she have to have competition. She has to have like some type of competition. She can't just be accepted because she's a half breed, you know. So they have to put some type of obstacle in her way, which is those three girls that she has to always constantly go against and, you know, have competition with. So I could see that. I like that they brought that into the story and having her go to both schools, and so I like that part of the story. I thought it was, I like all the scenes they had with them. They was always funny.
Oh yeah, because the actress who played Prudence, who is the black girl with the finger waves.
You talking about those finger waves?
That's the first thing I know. I said, "Damn, Jay, she got finger waves." When last time you see finger waves? Super duper. Anyway, but yeah, her name is Tidy Gabriel, and I think she's pretty good in the show. Even though she's good at being mean. Mm-hmm. And she pulled it off well. Like it kind of reminded like that was her in high school in real life.
No, it was not. Like, she wasn't.
She knew she looked good, and she probably was popular, and she probably treated people like shit. I don't know this girl. I could be completely lying.
You could be right because it's usually the opposite. It's usually really the opposite.
But she pulled off that role way too good, way too good. I really do like her character. I think it's a good balance between those two. I like their relationship.
Do you?
Yeah. From where it started to where it ended towards the end of the series, I kind of like, even though they're not like friends, but she respects Sabrina more because of the things that they went through together throughout the course of the series. I don't know in the second season that they're gonna be like besties, but it does kind of seem that way, that she's going to be in that clique. You know what I'm saying? Especially towards what we see at the end of this series, also because they already got the trailer out for season 2 already, or teaser. You know, a teaser to a teaser to a teaser, like they always running out doing with these teasers. So I really do like the chemistry between them two. The other two girls are really, they're there, but they're not there. They're just there.
They can kill them off and they'll still be okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're just there.
They're just there to hype the other one up.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. They're hers. They're Prudent supporting cast. That's all they are. So, Ken, how do you feel like about the school and how that world is built and everything?
That shit is dark as hell. It's real dark over there.
Yeah. What you mean? You mean dark like in? What you mean dark? What kind of dark? You mean dark as in like lighting?
Dark as in the whole, like, it's a lot of devil shit going on over there.
Of course, they're witches. They worship the devil. Yes.
And the middle of their school is a big ass Baphomet statue. Like, what? That shit is creepy as hell. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how. But go back a little bit. I don't know how long they've been going at. Because you remember, as soon as you see those, the weird sisters, they put a spell on her off the jump. Mm-hmm. There's no telling how long they've been going back and forth with their petty shit. That's all it really is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And not the fact that they tried to kill her after a couple of times. That heroin stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that. I think like the things, like I said, the things they went through. That's why I like their chemistry, their back and forth. Like Jay was saying, she needed some kind of obstacle, getting her way. It kind of reminds me of, you remember back in the day, you watched Power Rangers and you had Tommy as the Green Ranger, and he had to whoop their ass, and then they had to free him. And next thing you know, they was like best friends. Next thing you know, he was a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? He was the leader. So it seemed like towards the end of this series, like we see all of them walking together, and she still had to take off that red coat, son. Like, what the fuck is that about? I hate that shit.
Yeah, they showed them working together a couple times, like with the boys, in the what is it, the mine?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, like I said, I like their transition. It was rough. It was how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be mortal enemies at first, and then okay, maybe she's not so bad, maybe she's not so bad, and then you gradually progress from where they were to where they are now. And now whether she would stay with them or whether they bump heads, or maybe they have a new obstacles anyway, but I'm pretty sure they are. And we'll see. But I really do like it though.
She kind of owed her because she did kind of save her life.
Yeah. She did a solid. But we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, so
we're not gonna get into that.
I love the cat. He doesn't say much or nothing. I think I only heard him talk maybe twice.
Does he talk? I hate him talk at all.
I thought he talked. I thought he said something.
He's not saying that one word.
He never said anything.
No.
Well,
you thinking of the other?
No, I'm thinking
that little
of this
weird
cat.
animatronic cat who you knew was fake as hell. Yeah, had the voice box inside him.
And it was moving his little mouth.
Yeah, moving little head, little
only
tail.
The bottom mouth moved.
It was crazy.
I love this cat. This cat is like powerful. There's like it's really like a big monster. Have you seen the monster yet? Did you ever get to see it?
I missed it.
You missed it. There, you got to go back to it's like the second episode on when she gets the cat, and she's being chased, and the cat comes to her rescue all the time.
Yeah.
And when it showed, it don't never show the full body of the monster, but it showed like pieces of it. It's humongous. He's bad. I love him. He's such a cute cat too.
Yeah, no matter where she is, he can't sense her.
Yeah, he comes to her.
Yeah, right. So
which world, it doesn't matter. He comes.
Right. That'd be dope to have a damn dog that can do that. Just come to your rescue wherever you are.
But she picked the cat. They was like, you can have whatever you want. One of the witches that died had a lizard that the mom was like, he always talked to his lizard, and we would think that he's waiting for the lizard to talk back. And
right.
Other one, he had a bird, right? Wasn't it like a bird?
I don't know. One of the aunts had spiders.
Yeah, she had spiders.
I don't know what the aunt
the oldest aunt.
Yeah, the oldest aunt. I don't know what she had. So what's her name? Goddamn, what is her name? Zelda. Not Hilda. Zelda. I don't know what the hell Zelda had. But these aunts here was more strict than the other version, which they have to be, because Sabrina put their family in positions
of being shamed in the
world. Being shamed, and it just a lot.
Well, her father really did it first, being in love with a mortal. So.
Right. So how do you guys feel about her friends? And,
you like her?
And how you feel about her friends getting powers or having powers too?
Well, they had to make it a little more interesting. Of course, they had to have like a somewhat diverse cast. So I thought that was really good that they brought. They gave her a black friend.
Okay, you're right. They did have a diverse cast. You have Sabrina, who's the white blonde.
They always have to do that.
And you have the black girl, the light skinned black girl with the curly hair.
Not the real black hair, that half black, half white.
It's not the real, whatever. And then you have the white friend who's gay, and
or confused, as they will say.
What you say, Kiernan?
They never came out and said that she was.
I know. They just have her as confused.
They never said it. But one of the funniest things that tripped me out that was supposed to be scary is when something happens to her and she get called a girl boy. I died, yo. I don't know if you remember that scene. Do you remember?
But what's so funny is that one of the demons told her that she was
a girl boy.
No, that he told her she was a beautiful person, like she was beautiful, flawless or something. Remember?
So no, because she has an ancestor who pretty much went through the same thing, and she gets advice from her, and she's able to come to her for whatever reason. And you also have the friend who the black girl, and I forgot her name.
Me too.
Rosalind. Okay, Rosalind. She her family is cursed. The women in her family is cursed to be blind, but they also gained some daredevil shit where they can see things that other people can't see. She pretty much had vibe powers from the Flash, where she could just touch shit and she could see things or go to different realms or dimensions and see things that people can't see. And it's gonna be interesting to see where that takes her. Because it's no use to have that kind of power if it's not gonna play a significant role in season 2. Otherwise, you just there. What you say?
Like she had a chance to stop something when she saw something and she didn't do shit.
Oh, and which part was that?
When her friend was working with Thanos, and that flash happened, she stopped and she just looked. And she
Yeah, we gonna get into that. I mean, because like I said, overall the show, I think Kiernan, did you overall like the show? I don't know if you said it or not.
I like I said, I like everybody but Sabrina.
Yeah, she's easily the weakest link of this whole show. She's the, and you know what? It's starting to bother me. It's starting to aggravate me about these shows where the lead is the weakest one. Like it just is. Me and Jay just talked about Luke Cage. Luke Cage is easily the weakest link in his own show.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
And I think she's surrounded by better actors than she. So that's really what it is.
Yeah, like everybody's better than her at what they do, and maybe Sabrina was meant to be played this way in the first season. Maybe
I thought about that,
and maybe the second season, maybe they mature her. Maybe depends on how they write her. And because it comes out in April, man, that shit's right around the corner.
Around the corner.
That's how you know this was very successful for Netflix. Very successful.
They shot, but they already knew they had one.
Right. They probably did some test screenings and it was great. And it was like, hell, let's go right now. Because hell, the first season, what do you know with it? It was like, well, we got 2 coming. But yeah. But I hope they change her character because it's gonna be hard for me to watch season 2 acting the way she acts. But it's things like when Jay was speaking about her relationship between her and Harvey. What something happened during the show that changed their relationship, and so that may not be so more towards the forefront just because of her own actions, and what how we were talking about earlier, that was actually one of the problems. The biggest problem we had was her and how she was acting over him. But now, now he may be pushed back, or that may be, pushed towards the back and maybe focus on something else or someone else. Because it is another guy who likes her, but she don't want nothing to do with him for whatever reason. But hey,
that's what
you say?
That's definitely okay.
Yeah, so we may get less Harvey and more whoever else or someone else, or I don't know. So, and of course, she's going to be torn between her friends, her new clique versus her old clique. Everybody got powers now, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have some big ass brawl and shit. It's going to be like Twilight, then you'll find like the whole thing was a dream or vision. It's going to be sad and disappointing. So, but before we get out of here though, let's talk about this Christmas special, because Kenneth, you brought up just now.
What Christmas special?
She said, what Christmas special? My God. The Christmas episode they put out, the latest one, they added it not too long ago.
What?
It was added. You didn't realize that?
No.
We watched the Christmas special together.
Oh, I didn't know that was a special. I thought it was just part of the series.
It was for the holidays.
Oh, okay.
It would be like
I thought they just conveniently had it come out because it was going to be Christmas in it.
I mean, yeah. So, what do you guys think about that?
I thought it was nice.
I didn't like it.
Oh,
I didn't like it.
It was a filler episode.
that's why I did not. That's exactly why I didn't like it.
It was not a filler episode.
It was a filler, and it was not necessary. It didn't add anything to the story, anything at all. Matter of fact,
it added too.
The
very end of it added something to season 2, but we'll get there.
Yeah, but that's all it did, and what for me, all it did was add more. I had more questions towards the end of that one episode. I was good. Then they're gonna add this Christmas episode, and I had more questions like, where the hell her mama's coming from? Like, what's good? Like, why your daddy ain't show up? Why your mama show up, not your daddy? And why your mama had this privilege?
They show her daddy one time.
Yeah, but why does her mama have this privilege?
Well, she said she called for it, so she came.
No, but that's bullshit. Like, you're not gonna just tell me that. But anyway,
she for 9 episodes.
It's a filler episode. Overall, I like the series. I didn't like the winter shit. They could have kept that. They put that out just for money. That was strictly a cash grab. That's all that was. It, like I say, and I don't even remember what happened at the end of the episode that you talking about, kid. I don't remember.
What happened?
I don't even remember what happened towards the end of the episode that you talking about. I don't remember.
Oh, well, after that part that I was talking about Rosalind not be there, as soon as she realized something was wrong.
As soon as she what now?
They was at the Christmas thing, and she was helping write down the dog.
Write down the dog. You remember that? I don't remember.
All right,
I don't know because I missed the episode because of you.
No, he said it's the Christmas episode. I don't remember. I might have to go back and watch it. Was it you say a doll?
No. What I'm saying is when Susie was at Santa Claus, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, somebody took a picture and Rosalind stopped and then she turned around and that's when she saw it. But she didn't say anything. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
It was really going because she has that vision, but then she didn't do shit. That's why I was like saying earlier. Her powers are kind of pointless, but she's not going to forget.
Well, she's still kind of confused about it.
Yeah, she's still learning the ins and outs.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, is it true? Is it real? What I'm seeing, is it true? You know, is it like a premonition? Can I stop it, or is it happening in the moment, or it already has happened? So I guess she still has to, like you said, Jay, deal with that. I mean, because if I had those kind of powers, I'd probably be like, and that's what you have to figure out if you actually have the ability to do that. So I guess it'd be like Final Destination. Like he saw it. I mean, get off, save some people, die anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, overall I like the series. What you saying?
And it's just weird because it's like she was so right. She knew she was right about other things, about what about Harvey and them.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know why she would not be like, oh shit, I see that these aren't wax because these are actually real kids being dumped in wax. So it's like I don't know why she didn't do something, or at least tell somebody.
Right, she could. Like I say, I guess we'll see second season how they go, you know, develop her character more. I don't remember seeing much of her friends in the teaser, but we'll get more. We got to April. They come out with another trailer or two. Like I said, overall, I liked it. I think we all pretty much liked the series, right? I thought Sabrina was the weakest link out of the whole show.
Right.
But it is a good watch. It is a good watch. Like if you're on some kind of Christmas break, you ain't got nothing to do. You just put it on. If you remember the first one, you
Netflix is really stepping up. They're kind of at one point. I thought they were just throwing out anything, but they throw out some good series.
Yeah, remember this year they put out like 100 and something whatever movies and series, and
because that was a good series that we was watching too. With the guy and his family and the deal he got himself into and had to take his family.
You talking about Ozark?
Ozark was good. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. I started to watch it one time and I was like, I don't like it, but then we watched it together.
Ozark is a great series. Can you watch Ozark?
Ozark was good.
No.
You got to watch Ozark.
The other one about the family, and they live in a place where remember they got separated from their son, and his dad was like taking on jobs just so he can get across the border, a so-called border, to get his son.
Oh,
I can't remember it.
I forgot
it too, but that was a good series.
Yeah, it was. They got a few hitters. They got a lot of hit and misses.
Yes, there's a lot of misses.
They got some misses in there too. But that being said, we go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for listening. Usually towards the end of the show, nobody's really listening. They probably like gave up and shit, like 40-minute discussion about Sabrina. I listen to that shit. But if you lasted this long, we thank you and we appreciate it. Make sure you guys go to our website. Everything you need to know is at the beginning of the show. Anyway, thank you, Jay Kendall, for being on the show. That being said, we out. Peace.